All right. So today we are going to start with an incline press. So this is a machine. I wasn't really feeling the traditional like a dumbbell bench press today or a standard press. So we went with the incline press machine. We started out with one plate just to see what it felt like. And as it's my first time with this, so we're going to try it. I don't know how I felt about it. I mean, it did its job. It did its job. I think I'm gonna give all of them a try. All the different like locations of the top, middle, which I started with, and then the bottom. So I think that'd be the move. So far though, I enjoy this machine. It does the job. If your gym has it, I recommend it. So here I moved the weight to the top. Now, these are all nice, but this one I did not like as much. Did not feel like I was really lifting the weight because it ends so quickly. It did not feel at all like I was really lifting the weight. So at this stage, it was my least favorite spot to keep this. But, giving it a shot, now I know I'm never going to do that again. Now, at the low end here, I threw on an extra plate. I think I should probably throw on a third one because these were just feeling like way too easy. As you can see, I'm repping them out. So a third, maybe even fourth. But at the low end here, I liked, and the middle, I liked overall. So these two, I'd recommend the middle and the low end if you are to use it. So here I moved on over to the flat bench machine. This one was unique because it had a leg supported like weight. So you put your foot down and it pushed it forward. I've never seen that on one of these machines like ever. So as you can see, I'm a little bit confused about how this is all working here. Giving these like a warm up weight, but as you can see, I have to adjust the seat here. So now I have adjusted the seat a little bit more and it feels a little bit better. I haven't really touched the weight. The weight was feeling okay, but yeah, I don't know. Just trying out all these machines for the most part, to be honest. Today, I was feeling just really wasn't feeling my best, so I didn't push myself. And you can kind of see that throughout the rest of the video. Finishing off my last set here. But I don't recommend anybody really push themselves if they're really not feeling it one day, because you might injure yourself, you might hurt yourself. You're not feeling it that day for some reason, one reason or another. So I recommend you just give it a rest. Still go, but maybe don't go as hard as you might on a normal occasion. So here I am making my way on over to the pec deck machine. This is a very good pec deck machine. I like the adjustability on it. Still trying to figure out exactly where I like it, but as you can see, this is just like more or less a warm up weight, and I wasn't feeling 100% like I said earlier. So we're just giving it a shot, getting some blood pumping in there, getting some blood flowing, getting that pump going, which you can slightly see through the tank, or not the tank later, but you can slightly see through the Gymshark sweatshirt. Then I moved on to my second set here. At this point, I had upped the weight a little bit and I had adjusted it at the top. So I made it at the low end. So when I am closing my closing my hands, that is when you're going to feel the most fatigue. And it felt it. As you can see, I am like pressing my front delts here. I'm really feeling it. But then I go back to finish off the set. That is where I found that I like it the most. It gives me a crazy pump, and it felt really good. So if you have an adjustable machine like that at your gym, I highly recommend you make it at the low end there. So here I am just kind of taking a bit of a breather. And I was going to go finish out one last set. This is still at the closing end there. So as I clench my hands together, as you see, it gets a lot harder. You can kind of tell by my facial expressions and my fatigue. I'm getting tired, and it's nice. So having it there is honestly a lot better than when you are trying to like extend your arms out. So when you're bringing the weight back to its starting station, it feels so much better when you're trying to like clench your hands together. It might be kind of hard to articulate while watching the video, but you just have to give it a try yourself. Most gyms don't have this type of adjustment, so you're not really gonna feel that in a normal pec deck. But this is quite nice, like I've said before. So here we moved on over to the tricep pushdowns. So I kind of always start with this. I feel it the most, and I feel like it warms up my elbows the most. Some people might argue I should start with the single arm pushdowns, or maybe I should go start with some dips or something to warm up. But this is my workout, and quite frankly, I don't care. I've been doing this for a little bit now, doing this setup, so that's what I'm going to continue to go with. So that's a quick little warm up. I then upped the weight and continued with that. This is feeling pretty good. I'm trying to like mentally remember to slow it down when I'm releasing, not just pushing. So I do that a lot. I've noticed. Rewatching all these videos has actually really helped me understand where my flaws are and where I need to improve. But you know, I'm human. I make mistakes sometimes, and so moving forward, I'm gonna work on that a little bit more. It is what it is. It's a work in progress, just like the human body and bodybuilding. So I was just walking back to get water because I forgot my water bottle again. I know. And I've also taken off the tarps, so I killed two birds with one stone there. I brought my sweatshirt back, and I got some water. So as you can see, the tricep pushdowns, they work. You can see my tricep activating and also a little bit of my rear delt there. It's a pretty good feeling machine. But now I've moved on to the tricep single arm pushdowns. Now as you can see, I'm kind of letting off rather quickly, but I'm going to be working on that. And I'm also noticing that maybe it's time that I move on to a different exercise. So if you guys have something you recommend, then please let me know. It's just not activating as much as I thought it would. So this is a sign to me that I think it's time that I move on to a different exercise that might hit my triceps a little bit better. I'm open to any and all ideas. So yeah, who knows? So here's the second set of the individualized tricep pushdowns. Yeah, there's not too much to say about it. You don't want to go crazy heavy. As you can see, I'm not going that heavy. I probably have about 30-40 pounds on there at the moment. But getting some individualized tricep pushdowns, just like biceps, is I recommend. It helps against overdevelopedness in one arm or the other. Which, if you are ever lifting, you will notice at some point, like maybe your arm is half an inch bigger. This kind of helps negate that by not only utilizing both, but also giving each arm some special attention. So if you notice here, this is going to be my third and final set of these. This is a slightly different angle. You can see a little bit of feathering and just how the tricep works, and also how the back works. But again, I'm going to reemphasize, you do not need to go very heavy on these if you want to use them. I recommend it, but like I was saying, I might switch on over to something else, something that you guys recommend or somebody else recommends. But I was going a little too fast here, so I need to slow down, which is nice that I'm watching these and have learned from that. But yeah, definitely need to slow down. To finish off this set, I did some shoulders, but today I was feeling it. You can kind of see in my facial expression here. I was looking over at the weight. I forget how much it was, like 90, 100 pounds. So it wasn't crazy, but I was feeling it today. I was really not feeling myself to the fact that this had felt somewhat heavy, at least to me. I normally try and lift pretty heavily, so that's not to negate anybody who lifts that. And like, props to you for lifting at all. But in this case, it felt kind of just crazy that this weight had felt heavy to me. So, but we stuck with it. We continued it. It was an alright set. It was not the best by any means, but like I had said earlier, today was just really not my day. Was not feeling it whatsoever. But right after this, we go ahead and do the pose down. So as you can see, the pump is alright. It's not the best, but it's all it's alright. This tank top used to be one of my favorites. It is landed and not so much anymore. But the pump wound up being alright. As you can see, the tarps have completely come off now. And my triceps look pretty good. My chest looks pretty alright. Got the horseshoe showing. As you can see here, horseshoe showing on the other side. Some striations in my shoulder. My chest looks pretty full. For a non-free weight day, I would say that this is a pretty good outcome. This goes to show that you don't just need free weights in order to get a pump, in order to work out. You can use just any sort of machine as long as you're working out.